So one of the reasons why we initially chose this spot for the greenhouse is exactly what's happening right here, right now. In the morning the sun comes up there, and so you have shade, and then at night the sun settles there and then you have shade again. So since we've moved now the greenhouse to a better spot, we're going to remove all of these remnants, use what we can use again in the greenhouse, clean it up, and then place a small worm farm over here and take advantage of this little microclimate that we do have here in the shade for the worms. So it's not going to be as big a worm farm as the other one. We're going to split that new piece of material basically into two, make a part here and make a part there. But this will allow two things. This will allow us to test what the worms, how the worms perform in the shade versus straight into the sun, and it will allow us to have compost much closer to Damien's food forest, which is right over here. Damien's forest is over there, and then the friendly forest that's just across the dam wall from us there. So this is now cleaned up, the tarp has been placed. I'm thinking of lifting it on the sides a little bit and then digging a hole here so we can catch the worm tea as well, or there in the middle. Lift it up in the sides, and because it's got a bit of a fall over there, towards over there, or it's also got a little bit of a fall towards over there. We should maybe do that. Have a place where we can collect worm tea over there. But we'll fill this one up first. Fill this one up first, and then the other plastic we'll probably put in the shade first until this worm farm is up and running completely. It doesn't help me trying to start two half a worm farms, you can almost say. So we'll get this one up and running first, and then we'll use that tarp to then start the next big one on that side. Just came home. Long day in the office. Zoom in. There, some guinea fowl. Whole bunch of guinea fowl in the trees. The guinea fowl eats so many termites and so many insects, much more than a chicken. Sunset happening there behind me. So I at one stage I wanted to farm guinea fowl, capture the wild ones, and then turn them into tame guinea fowl and have them in the food forest. The problem with that is they're not easily caught. I actually ended up catching other birds, and they did not do well in captivity. They banged their heads, they were bleeding. It was a terrible experience. That's just before I got the ducks. The other thing with guinea fowl is they are scratchers, like a chicken. So they will scratch your little plants and your things out. And the third thing is even if you get them tame, or even if you buy tame ones as babies, eventually they hear the call from the wild ones and they leave you. They go and be with the wild ones instead of being with you. The ducks, however, are very gentle. They don't scratch as much. They, if you've seen my channel for a long time, we had serious problems with termites in all the mulch around my fruit trees here. Now they sorted all of that out. We still have problems with termites there in the friendly forest, but they basically sorted out the whole termite problem in Damien's forest. Okay, but let's get around to how the worm farm looks like now so far. So this was actually supposed to be wetted today, but you put a little bit of manure on here. We'll wet it, and then we're going to see where the water drains. It will probably drain in a couple of places. We'll probably try emptying that and see if we cannot catch the tea into buckets without, changing the landscape too much. Then somebody said that this would be the perfect place to capture a lot more water, and it was one of the things that I regretted when we had the storm, is that I didn't dig this deeper, or that I didn't have more water catchment. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna set in the guys to come and start digging here, or at least one person to come start digging here, just so we can have a feeling of water capturing again on this farm. We finally do have some predictions of rain in our future. It is only 5 days from now, but still it gives one hope just to see there on the horizon, on the Google horizon, saying listen, next week Monday we're gonna get some rain. I'm a little bit fluish at the moment. I'm taking some meds, so I'll be better soon. So let's walk to the beaver dam quickly, or the checker dam quickly. Let me show you the Guineas are doing okay. They close up a little bit when it becomes darker. They are actually happy. I know it doesn't look like it. They are happy trees. Let's go down to the river. So we ended up, well, I said I wasn't here today. I had to work the whole day. So I couldn't spend a lot of time on the farm. But the guys ended up doing this. And they brought the generator out, brought the drill out, and they ended up starting with the tires. Now, apparently the generator and the drill didn't work as well, so we'll try another drill bit tomorrow. We bought some bolts and nuts and washers and so on to make this thing work. The idea here is to combine our plan. So that is our analog to a beaver dam, somebody said in the comments, or check dam, or whatever we are calling it these days. Somebody said I should do tires in front, some said behind. I decided on doing it behind for 2 reasons. I'm okay with only lifting up the water as much as these tires, or lifting up the river bank as much as these tires at the moment. I want the front branches to be the lowest point, and so that they capture the most debris. I don't want this to be the face of the water when they arrive. I want the branches to be, let me go around quickly. Let me just walk around and tell you what I'm trying to say. So I want the debris to be caught in the branches and not in the tires. So the tires will support the branches so they don't wash away. The branches will slow down the water a little bit for the tires, but eventually when the water gets to the tires, I mean within seconds, it will hit and it will start filling up here the height of a tire. But this will still be, and we'll probably still put some more branches here, this will be the face, and all the debris will start catching up over here. And that's my idea. And in theory that should also strengthen the fence posts a little bit. So we'll bolt all of them together. There's still a couple of tires that needs to come in on the one side. Then I've been gathering rocks for weeks when we still had a proper pickup truck, to build a special project, but we'll probably end up putting that in the holes or filling it with soil. I still haven't made my mind up yet. The rocks are a nice thing to add, but it's also difficult to get here. So it's a precious resource for me to just bury it. But we'll have to add some more tires over here. The middle point is the lowest point at the moment. I know many people said at the brushes as well there should be a lowest point in the middle. I can do that. I can add more branches on the sides to make sure this is the lowest point. Then we just tie them together with bolts, fill them up, tie them to that tree, tie them to that tree over there, and then Bob is your uncle. Hopefully I'll show you more progress on this tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.